Welcome to the Beards and Beers podcast. This is our season 1 finale episode, and we just wanted to end it with a holiday spectacular. And we also wanted to say that this is an extra long episode this week, and we have a break included, so you can have an episode for later, because we will not be recording the week following this. So if you really miss us that much, you might want to save this episode for 2. If not, listen to it all at once, and it doesn't really matter, so it's up to you. I hope you guys enjoy, and have a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. And this is the episode. What up, what up, what up?
Ho, 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 bitches.
Howdy, motherfucking ho.
It's Christmas time.
Hell yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, man. It's been another long week, of course.
Oh, so long. Not quite as long as my patience.
I thought you were going to say penis.
No, I don't want to lie to the listeners. So yeah, another long week, but it is what it is. We're here. That's all that matters. We made it to another day of recording.
Hell yeah, which is the best day.
Absolutely. So what's been going on the last week with you?
Well, I'm nothing much. It's just been busy. We've been trying to get some last minute Christmas stuff done, get some presents ordered, and pray that they get here on time.
Yeah, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Trying to order anything right now for mail delivery is a fucking brutal nightmare.
Well, we could have probably ordered it earlier, but we get last minute and we just kind of forget about it, and then you're like, oh shit, Christmas is next fucking week.
Well, that's because the time just is flying by.
I know, it's crazy.
Just unbelievable. Like, you blink and it's been another month. We're already getting ready to head into 2023.
I know.
It's fucking nuts.
I cannot believe it.
But one thing I have noticed is that the holiday season starts earlier, and I think that's also part of the problem. Is that when we were younger, when we were kids, the holiday stuff started December 1st.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
And then you just had 3 weeks or so where you did Christmassy things. You shopped during those 3 weeks. But now it starts in, August, September, October.
Yeah, I know.
And by the time you're ready to start celebrating, all the good shit's gone. You can't order anything. Transit times are taking forever. I went to Hobby Lobby this past week. My wife and I were going to do this cutesy little thing where we bought boxes, and you put a pair of pajamas in it for your spouse.
Okay.
And you put some snacks in there, and then on Christmas Eve you open just that, and you have like a little night where you wear your new pajamas and you watch a Christmas movie. So it's real sweet and shit.
Yeah, that's very cute.
So we're trying to figure out, where can we go and get like a cute Christmas box? And we're like, oh, Hobby Lobby. That's the place, man. That's the fucking
idea.
jam, right? It's going to be 95% off because their shit's always
right. It's always
hella discounted.
Yeah.
But it really just brings the price down to what a normal retail price is. The box was originally $110.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. It seems that way.
Right, I know.
It was like $40 box,
Yeah.
but because it was 80% off, you then get it at a feasible
well, you get it
amount.
at $40, and you're like, man, that's a steal. But really,
Yeah.
the box probably was $10.
Absolutely. And it was only 32 cents to manufacture in Malaysia.
Exactly.
And so we go, and we're like, yeah, let's pick up a couple of these boxes. And they didn't have shit. It was already fucking gone. They already had signs in the aisles saying that that's where their summer toys were going to be.
Oh, my God.
So they're already putting out summer. And we haven't even hit Christmas.
They just skipped Valentine's Day, too.
Yeah, nobody celebrates that anymore.
Yeah, I know. You'd still think the Hobby Lobby, of all places, though, would put some stuff out for it.
It's ridiculous. You're playing footsie with me right now.
I know. I'm so sorry.
So we do need to bring attention. We're in a new space.
Yeah, we are.
We've moved the studio a little bit, and we're sitting on the same side of our desk, which is kind of weird.
It is a little odd.
And then you're playing footsie with me, getting me all turned on.
Well, that's why I did it, so we can play footsie together.
So yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, we couldn't pay our rent for the other space.
They kicked us
Nobody
out.
Nobody gave us any money, so we got kicked out.
Nobody has signed up for our Patreon yet, but please don't feel bad when my children don't have a fucking Christmas. All right. So anything else going on this week?
Are you about to shit your pants?
No, I think I almost had a stroke.
Oh, okay.
So I may have ended up shitting my pants if I had said stroke, but I prevented the stroke from happening using mind over matter.
Oh, God.
So anything else to talk about from this week? Anything happen? Anything going on? Anything you want to kind of double back on from last week?
I was trying to think of stuff that I maybe need to retract from last week or go back to, and honestly, I cannot remember anything because I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
I know what you had for breakfast this morning because I had to hear about your wife bitching about it. So
Yeah.
So Grant and his spouse go to Taco Bell this morning to get some breakfast, to get some crunchy wraps.
Oh my God.
Lord!
Sorry.
There's a wild beast to loose. So you get some AM crunch wraps, and a total of 3 were purchased. There was going to be one for each of you, and then one to split.
Yep.
And why don't you tell us what ended up happening?
Well, so I eat my first one like a wild banshee because I was starving, and it was quite delicious, I will say. Although they didn't have hash browns. They ran out of hash browns, so they were like, oh, is it okay? Because we ordered through the app, so when we pulled up, they're like, oh, is it okay if we substitute potatoes for the hash browns? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. We'll go for it because I wasn't about to cancel it and try and get my money back. Like, that's just a hassle. So we did that, and it was actually very good with the potatoes in it. I'd like the hash browns better, but it was still a good substitute. But, yeah, so I eat my first one like a barbarian, and then...
Good film.
Good callback. And then the second one she hands me, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I forgot about that. So I go to town, and when I start eating, I'm telling you, I don't drink anything when I'm eating. Like, it's strictly focused on
One track mind.
Consuming as much as I can at that time. And I got down to about I don't even know, like a fourth of it left, like 3 bites left of it. And she goes, "Oh, I guess we're not splitting that, huh?" And I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
It made you feel like an a-hole.
And now she keeps holding it against me, but it's in reality she would have said something if she wanted some of it. So,
or maybe she's just a better person than you.
She's probably a better person than me.
So as we kind of get acclimated with this episode, it is going to be our holiday spectacular.
What?
We are a week out from Christmas, so we wanted to make sure that we got you a big giant package.
Oh yeah,
of our voices. So we're hoping for a longer than usual episode because we're not going to be recording next week.
Yeah, we're probably going to say this though, and then we're going to have to go edit it out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a 20-minute piece where it's just some generic music that we actually have the rights to that we can use without being sued.
Yeah, I know.
Just to make it long. So tell me, week out from Christmas, what's your state of mind? You said that you're doing last minute stuff. I know you have a very popular take on Thanksgiving. We all know what your stance is on Thanksgiving. What's your stance on the Christmas holiday?
Well, I really love Christmas. It's probably my favorite holiday, I would say.
Down by the bay to eat some hay.
I just may.
What are you saying?
Man, great movie. If for the people that don't know that is Happy Gilmore. But yeah, I love Christmas. It's a lot of fun. I have a stance on Thanksgiving because it just skips it. It's skipped every year now. Like you said, the holiday season starts, I don't know, back in September of people trying to go buy everything. But I don't know. I like it a lot. I would like to hear your opinions on that.
I love Christmas. Christmas is the only time that there's an extended period of time where I feel comfortable eating everything I want to eat.
Yeah, I would
and
agree.
Not feel like a fat bastard.
Well, yeah, we just made a bunch of cookies last night, so I'm going to be consuming so many cookies.
You guys literally have 26 dozen different cookies upstairs
We
right
do.
now.
But we're going to share them with everybody, with you, with some of my family, maybe some friends.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a good time. Like Thanksgiving, you have one day.
Right.
You can eat what you want for one day, and I'm not crazy about the food.
Yeah, I'm not.
Christmas, you get like a month.
You get a month to eat whatever
because
you
then
want.
You go into New Year's, and that's kind of a party celebration holiday, so
Right.
you can eat then too.
Right.
So really, when December 1st rolls around, I'm fucking giddy, dude. I'm
I
like,
know.
bring it on.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to feel guilty for eating a 20-piece chicken McNugget. I can say it's Christmas. Back the fuck up. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
It's the holidays. So I love it. I love Christmas.
Yeah, I do
it's
too.
a good time. Now, definitely different than when we were children, but
For
you know,
sure.
there are different ways of making it as magical. Just as magical now
Yeah.
as when you were a child. And that's
Well-
what I'm still kind of in the process of figuring out as an adult.
Well, we still like going to look at Christmas lights, even if it's just driving around trying to find random houses. That's always a lot of fun around this time of year, even though the weather is cold. But like, you go grab a little coffee or hot chocolate or something from somewhere, and
Little
go,
Starbies.
yeah,
Little Starbies action.
and then go drive around and look for some Christmas lights. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a good time. There's actually, you know, we're lucky to live in an area where I feel like there's a lot to do.
Yeah,
You know, there's
There's
a lot of, you know, we're close to Kings Island. They have
Right.
Winterfest. and
which I've never been to.
never been to that either.
If you're listening to this, Kings Island, send us some tickets.
Send us some passes because we don't want to pay to get in there. It can be expensive.
Yeah,
you know? Like
it can,
something
man.
like that can be expensive, right?
Right.
You know, you buy your ticket for you and your wife, and then of course the
Right.
wife wants some fucking hot chocolate.
Well, and to me, I feel like it's not even worth it because I can't ride any of the goddamn rides anymore. I'm too
Yeah,
big.
I can't write shit. Yeah, they need to. That's the business we need to get into. Fuck podcasting. Let's make fat people roller coasters.
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We'd have so many people have heart attacks.
People who have no right to be on a ride because their arteries are so clogged that the sudden thrill of going very fast just,
it would just
fucking kills
kill
them on
everybody.
spot. We would have a permanent ambulance set up. It would be like at Aldi
Yeah.
when you go and you put your cart around there, but they already have a cart to put your shit in when
Well-
they're scanning it. That's how the paramedics would be.
Well, and then I already have an idea coming off of that where we make even more money. We started a hospital there.
Oh, wow.
So then when they're having these heart attacks, they just go right to the hospital and we can charge them out the ass.
Yeah. Damn, I like this.
Yeah, I think this is a multi-billion-dollar
This is a
idea.
very Scroogey thing to talk about, though, during the holiday season. How can we fuck over fat people?
Yeah.
We're fat people. Would we want them doing that to us?
No. But
So this is
I'm
something
just-
we'll have to talk about in private. Not
Yeah,
on this
yeah, okay.
podcast. World domination, we'll talk about later.
rewind.
Yeah. You were suddenly getting sleepy. You have forgotten everything that was just said in the last 45 seconds. So tell me, man, have you seen anything good lately?
Well, I've been watching. We've watched a lot of the our Christmas shows and stuff, but we haven't watched a lot of like new Christmas movies. We've pretty much watched all the ones that we like. The newest one I would say I've watched was Fat Man.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that one. It came out last year,
Yeah, I believe it was last year. Yeah.
and has Mel Gibson in it as Santa Claus, and he's like plays just a badass Santa Claus. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. It's a lot of good. It's a
It's
lot of
a
fun
lot
to
of
watch.
fun.
I don't know. It's really good.
Boys and girls, it's a lot of fun. That's all you need to know.
I don't
Go
know
watch
what's going
it. It's
on.
a lot of fun.
I'm pretty sure it's rated R, and it deserves to be. But
Yeah,
there's like
yeah,
some
it's
cool
rated R.
action scenes. There's some killing in it.
Everything that just screams Christmas cheer.
Yeah, exactly.
All the things that you want wrapped up under your Christmas tree, this movie delivers. There's prostitutes. There's not really prostitutes. I feel like every movie's better with prostitutes in some
Yeah.
capacity.
Yeah.
You know,
I definitely think it's a great Christmas movie to change it up because you have all these lovey-dovey Christmas movies.
oh yeah,
So this is a good one to throw in when you're like, man, I kind of just want to watch something a little bit
I just want
different.
to see somebody die.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've seen too many people live.
Right. Now I need
Right?
to see
You know,
somebody
they
die.
saw the magical reindeer. They
Right.
lived happily ever after.
Right.
What if that little girl didn't get her Christmas wish and she went and fucking killed somebody? That's what I want to see. And that's where Fat Man comes into play. It is
Oh,
a
yeah.
very good movie, very entertaining.
Yeah.
In Mel Gibson, he's the man.
I love him.
What? Excuse me? I love him.
I said I love him.
I love him a lot. Yeah, that's a good one. What else? What other movies? Did Emily watch that one with you? Or did you watch that one solo?
She watched it with me. She enjoys it. This is actually a lie. We haven't watched it yet, but I'm planning on watching it.
Oh my God! Now I can't believe anything that comes out of your mouth. We just talk about this for 5 minutes. You're like, that's a lie. I
Well,
haven't seen
we
it."
got busy and we didn't have a chance to watch it, but I didn't have anything else to come up with.
This
so
is
that's
how
what I said.
this is how fake news happens, Grant. People at CNN are like, oh, shit, I'm sure there's going to be a war in 6 months. Let's just go ahead and talk about the war.
Well, I am going to watch it probably today, probably tonight.
Well, you're not going to watch it today because our Bengals are playing today.
I'll probably watch it after
but tonight.
that.
Yeah,
tonight.
Tonight's different than today because we're living in today right now. This is very much like a Spaceballs conversation.
This is getting into our philosophical thought for the day or for the week.
We are living in the now. Okay, well, what else have you not watched but you plan on watching?
Well, we've watched The Grinch. We've watched...
Overrated.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of liked it after watching it. It is a little overrated, but it's very quotable for me, so I do enjoy that. There's a lot of very funny quotes that he says in it. He cusses a couple times, which I never realized before either. I mean, one cuss word's hell, and the other one's bitchin'. So I guess, whoop-de-fucking-do, but...
I see, and I don't recall hearing either of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was a PG movie, not G, but I thought it was more of like just adult
I'm pretty sure
content.
When he's on the chair and he's like getting fed all these things, I think he's like trying to get him to stop, and he says, "There'll be hell to pay." I'm like,
I feel like a preacher says that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know how much that counts.
Well, then he says bitching towards the end when they're like sledding down the hill with all the presents and stuff. And she says, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Are you kidding? The sun's shining and the powder's bitching."
See, now that's awesome.
Yeah.
I got to applaud any children's movie that can work in bitching.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
That does get like a point or 1 star higher in my ranking of it just for utilizing the word bitching. But yeah, I just think it's overrated. I think it starts so strong.
It does start
The
very
movie
strong.
starts so strong, and like 40 minutes into it, I'm like, okay, they can wrap it up now.
Yeah.
And instead, there's like a whole other movie.
Yeah, it doesn't need to keep going. And then the part with the little girl singing that song, that's also kind of in the beginning. That's kind of where it starts to turn into where it doesn't need to keep going.
Yeah.
But she sings that weird-ass song, and she's like holding a little candle. It's really weird, and she's not a very good singer.
But that girl ended up being the lead singer of a band.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she was on Gossip Girl. I forget her fucking name now.
I have no idea
This is
who
where
it
we need your wife down here to fact check things for
Yeah.
us. I cannot remember the little girl's name, but yeah, she's the lead singer of the Pretty Reckless.
Oh, okay.
Is the name of the
well,
band, I
maybe she
believe.
became a lot better of a singer.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't the one in the studio saying whether or not she should continue with the dream, because you're like, that little girl fucking sucks.
Yeah, I would not be a very good producer. I'd
Yeah.
be like, yeah, all you guys suck at singing. Let's get some new people here. Come on now.
Over the years, Grant has passed on such acts as Garth Brooks, Celine Dion, who
Yeah.
has rigid person syndrome. We didn't talk about that during this podcast last week. If you want to hear us talk about Celine Dion
And her,
go
and her stiff dick
and her
syndrome.
rigid person disease, we laugh and we're such assholes.
I know.
If you want to hear,
to us.
yeah, I know. It's already setting into half of my body. If you want to hear us talk about the Celine Dion tragedy, go to our Patreon.
Yeah.
That's a good plug for the Patreon.
Yeah, there we go.
So Grinch, overrated. Fat Man, very good. What else? What else you got?
We watched Christmas Vacation, of course.
Classic.
That's classic. I love it. We haven't watched any of the classic ones that I like, those little cartoon ones yet, but we'll probably save those for Christmas Eve. Still got to watch Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Really, we haven't watched a whole lot of Christmas movies. We just haven't had a whole lot of time recently, and when we do, I'm either watching basketball or football, so that's kind of my fault.
Wow. Good to know that you love Christmas so much that you devote all your free time to not watching Christmas things.
I don't know. It felt like a lot of very Christmassy this year.
Well, I hate to hear that. I wish I could change that for you.
Yeah, me too.
I wish I could perform a Christmas miracle in this very moment to make you feel Christmassy.
It's getting more into it now that we're a week away. Well, actually, yeah, literally a week away today.
It's a week from today, yeah. Well, one thing that you said that's very right is that mostly when you think about holiday movies, they're older. They're like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Or older. There's been a few, Elf has been in the last 20 years.
We did watch Elf. I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to write your skit now for you
Yeah.
moving forward?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what Grant has watched and then let him lie to you about what he hasn't watched.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the Elf and you have a couple newer ones, but I recently rewatched the first 2 Home Alone movies.
Oh, we
fucking
also watched the
solid.
first Home Alone,
Jesus
too.
Christ. Fucking shit.
I have a terrible memory.
You really do. We got to start taking better notes. Man.
Yeah, I know.
No, this is good because our listeners can be like, "Oh, that Grant, that silly little bitch." But first Home Alone, fantastic film.
Yeah,
Love it.
I love the first
classic. You got Joe Pesci in there, just fucking Joe Pesci-ing it up.
Yeah.
Love that, and it makes me think of a story I read on the interweb quite a while back, where at the end, when the wet bandits capture Kevin and they put him on the back of the door, and then Joe Pesci puts Macaulay Culkin's fingers into his mouth and acts like he's going to bite them.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci really bit Macaulay Culkin's finger.
Oh, shit.
Like, he's apparently into that method acting. So I always enjoy watching that scene. And then just last night, I watched Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which is a fantastic sequel.
Yeah, it is a very good sequel.
And but let me tell you a couple things about Home Alone 2 that really just upset me greatly.
Okay.
I love the movie. It doesn't change my opinion of the movie. However, what I will say is that it's 2 hours long.
It is very long.
I did not realize it is literally, like, I started it up on Apple TV, and it is 2 hours and like 42 seconds long.
Man, that's crazy. Isn't the first one pretty long though too?
I don't feel like it's that long.
I think the first one's like 2 hours long too.
Well, here's the thing. I watched Home Alone 2. I watch it every year, and I didn't remember the first 25 minutes of this movie. I was like, what the fuck? What is this?
Yeah.
I was like, when did this fucking happen? Like, he's singing in a choir and Buzz is behind him making fun of him with like candles and shit.
You don't remember that?
And I'm like, when the fuck did this happen? I don't remember the first 30 minutes of the movie. No wonder it's 2 hours. There's a whole other part of the movie I didn't realize there was.
That's awesome.
And then, I just want to take a moment to talk about how amazing Daniel Stern is. He's a fantastic actor. He was great. But Tim Curry in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, fantastic.
That's what
man.
Saved that movie.
He is so fucking fantastic in that movie.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's a part in there where he gets slapped, and like he has tears form in his eyes. No tears fall out of his eyes, but he tears up from the slap. And I'm like, that is probably one of the best acting moments I've ever seen in a movie because it was so real.
That's
and
crazy.
like so that was fantastic.
I love him too. He's a good actor.
He's awesome.
It's so sad what's happened to him.
Yeah,
I feel terrible.
Yeah, he's a national treasure.
I know.
And then I know that in the first Home Alone, there's all of Kevin's escapades with bringing down the wet bandits. And
Right.
there's some things that are a little hard to believe. They're not very believable.
Right.
You get knocked in the head with a paint can, you're probably not getting up.
Yeah, you're probably dead.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me in the first one. The second one, the traps bothered me.
Really?
And there's one in particular that really fucking
I
bothers
feel
me.
like I know which one you're going to go for.
If you know this one, I mean, if you're correct in your assumption, I will applaud you and I will suck your left testicle right now. Go ahead. What do you think it is?
Is it the electrocution scene?
No, but that is a good one.
Oh, okay.
That is a good one. I love that scene because it shows Marv as a skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, the one in particular is when Harry's head catches on fire. And he does a handstand on the toilet and tries to douse the flames, but Kevin had put gasoline in the toilet, and then it shows from the outside of the building like an explosion.
Right.
And then he's perfectly fine. And I'm like, that's definitely not believable.
Yeah.
And here's the problem with that. This is why we have 35-year-old serial killers. Because they grew up watching this shit, thinking that it didn't kill you.
Yeah,
you could set someone on fire,
so like,
douse them in fucking gasoline, and nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, that's definitely an error. I do. Okay, I should have remembered that part. But the electrocution scene's ridiculous too.
Yeah,
he turns it like all the way up.
Yeah, and he's electrocuted for like 15 seconds.
Yeah,
like he's dead.
That part's hilarious.
It is so funny. He's like, yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
And then lastly, my spiel on Home Alone, because they're great movies.
They are.
At least the first two are.
Yeah.
Is Macaulay Culkin, cute kid, grew up, had a crackhead phase for a little while where he looked like a crackhead.
Don't all child actors go through that though?
Yeah, I think so. But how in the fuck did Macaulay Culkin land so much hot ass in his adult life? He was with Mila fucking Kunis for like 9 years.
Sorry, Art.
Grant's snapping his fingers. He's going to start doing a little 1950s doo-wop for us here to celebrate the holidays. And then, and now he's with Brenda Song, who is from the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Which is wild. And he has a kid with her.
He has a kid with her, and she's fucking hot. Yeah. So, I'm just very, very concerned about how meth head child actors can score such hot puss. And I also think that is kind of sending the wrong message to kids. They're like, hey, I want to be a kid actor, and then I want to be hooked on heroin so that I can fuck very pretty girls.
Maybe that's just your take on it.
Maybe it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda moment for me, I guess.
I mean, it is pretty crazy, but maybe he just has like a monster schlong.
It's possible. It's possible that he's so ganked from all the weight loss that his dick just appears longer than what it is.
That could also be.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. So, another thing that you had mentioned a few podcasts ago that we were going to try to start doing was also talking about music, right? We talk about, like, have you seen anything good lately? Then, you had kind of flirted with, well, we also need to talk about, like, any music, if you've discovered any music. Well, since this is our holiday spectacular, I thought we would maybe start doing that, but let this episode have a Christmas theme. So, Grant, what is your take on Christmas songs? Which ones are bangers? Which ones are boner killers? Which ones do you wish that they would just stop playing for all time?
Well, first of all, I have to talk about the I think you might know where this is going. But the two metal Christmas songs that I love so much that my wife refuses to listen to, which is kind of rude. But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they do a cover of it, and it's on an album called Wish You a Metal Xmas and a Headbanging New Year from 2010. And then the other one is Run, Rudolph, Run, and it's the same album name, but it's the one from 2008.
Okay, and are these like assorted musicians performing them?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ones from like a ton of bands.
Yeah.
I can't name them all because I don't remember. They were like all listed individually. But it was pretty cool. I love the songs, both of them. They're really good.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. There's a band called August Burns Red, and they're like a screamo metal band. They're fantastic, period. But they have released a couple of Christmas CDs that are just fucking awesome.
Interesting.
So what other things are you a fan of or not a fan of?
Well, I'm not a fan of any of the newer covers or newer Christmas songs. There's like the Mariah Carey song, the number one Christmas song of all time. I forget what it's called.
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, that's it.
How fucking dare you.
Well, I wasn't going to put it down because everybody knows it, but that's a good one.
You wasn't just going to put it out there in the atmosphere because everybody should already know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I respect that move. Weird flex, but okay.
Jingle Bell Rock is a banger. Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys.
That is a good one.
I love that one.
That one gets overlooked a lot. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Rock Around the Christmas Tree is a banger. The Run, Rudolph, Run by Chuck Berry, the original, is a banger.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the ones that I don't like.
It sounds to me like you're a Christmas music connoisseur who enjoys really all of it.
Yeah,
with the exception of things made after 1993.
Yeah, you'd probably be right. Oh, Burl Ives, all his Christmas songs he does. I love all those.
Yeah, he was a sexy little bitch, wasn't he? when his voice started coming on, you're oh, hell yeah. Because he was the voice of, he was the narrator, I think, on fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, he was like the snowman or whatever.
Yeah, he did something. Yeah, he was sexy. His voice comes on, you're like, oh, damn.
Have you ever seen a picture of him?
I don't think so.
He's kind of scary looking.
Well, all sexy voice people are.
Yeah, that's why he just does voices.
Yeah, he has a face for radio. That's where that comes in. Burl Ives is the reason that whole phrase came about. It was like, oh, god damn, oh, you ugly shit.
It's actually funny. They made the snowman and Rudolph kind of look like him.
Oh, wow. Well, he looks kind of like Wilford Brimley.
He does.
Oh, yeah, he's a big bitch. I mean, that dude.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He was like a fucking wrestler right there. Jesus.
I love his goatee he's got going on.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
But yeah, if you see that picture,
Man, I wish he was alive now, because just think of all the like beard products. The snowman looks just like him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, imagine all the cool products, the beard products he could put in that fucking goat if he was alive right
Yeah,
now.
I know. Man, he's had the goatee forever. Oh, this must be him very old. He grew out the beard.
Oh yeah. When did he die?
Let's see. Well, he was born in 1909,
Oh,
and he
year.
died in 1995.
Oh shit! So he was like 86.
Yeah,
Damn. What a good life he led.
I know. Man,
What
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if he served in the military.
I'm sure he did. Born in 1909. I'm sure he was in World War II at the very least.
Yeah, he was born in Hunt City, Illinois. Oh, he did serve. He served 42 to 43.
Nice.
I wonder if he got like injured or something, or did you only serve a year? I never really knew.
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to disgrace the military by just saying lies like you do about what you've watched and what you haven't.
He was a pretty big dude.
He looks like a big guy.
6 foot tall, and this is at his death, but he was 6 foot tall, 270.
Damn. So it's not like he grew weak.
No, yeah.
By any stretch of the imagination. No, I think we need to dedicate this episode to Burl Ives.
Yeah, he was
for bringing the Christmas spirit, for being sexy.
He's a Christmas treasure.
He's a Christmas daddy. He's our Christmas daddy.
I just want to party.
Okay, so I think the takeaway here from the Christmas music debacle is that you enjoy pretty much all old Christmas standards.
Yeah, but that makes sense because
you're an old soul.
Yeah,
you're an old soul.
I am.
You do. For a young guy, you have an old soul, I would say. I'll tell you. You know another Christmas song that I feel like doesn't get enough love.
Which one?
Dean Martin, "Marshmallow World."
Oh,
that's a fucking banger song.
I don't know if I've ever heard that
it's
song.
It's a marshmallow world in the springtime. Take a walk with your favorite girl. He was so fucking drunk making it that literally half the song is him slurring. He's
That's
like,
hilarious.
"Take a walk with your favorite girl." That's how he
awesome.
says it. It's awesome. I crack up every time I hear it, and I'm like, it feels like Christmas.
We heard a Christmas song last night while we were baking everything, and it was from Sammy. Oh fuck, what's his name? Sammy. It's not Watkins. It's Sammy.
Sammy Watkins. Who the fuck is Sammy Watkins?
I don't know, the little black guy. What's his name?
Sam Cooke?
No, it was old. Oh shit.
Sammy. I don't know.
I think it was Sammy. Maybe I'm wrong.
Snakes? I don't know snakes.
Oh, let me look it up. Just keep talking for a second.
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm so taken aback by it. You're like, oh yeah, I was listening to old fucking Sammy Watkins. Like, I know who the fuck that is. He sounds like a contractor
Sammy
out of
Davis.
Sheboygan.
Sammy Davis.
Sammy
Jr.
Davis Jr.?
Yeah, he had a song. It was called like Gingerbread Man or some shit. And in it, it sounded like he said something like, "I'm butt fucking a gingerbread man." I swear to God.
Well, it's so funny because if it's really called Gingerbread Man, that sounds like it would be a Master P song from 1996.
It's called Sweet Gingerbread Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely talking about sexing some bitches up. I'm that sweet gingerbread man.
I really wish I could find it so we could listen to it. It's so funny.
I'll tell you one new song that you probably aren't familiar with, but you need to, is DMX. He had some Christmas songs.
Did he really?
And, rip to DMX.
Yeah.
But his Christmas songs were great because it's like, give them what they want. The first Noel. Where my dogs at? And my bark was really weak because I have a small dog. If I had a big dog, I would know what a big dog really sounds like. But our dogs are very small, so it came across very weak, and I feel like I've now desecrated DMX by attempting to do his bark. But
yeah, that's all right though.
Yeah, I love Christmas music. I would listen to it all year round if I could.
Yeah,
I could. There's nothing stopping me, but
you just feel like you shouldn't.
Exactly.
Because then, I don't know, there's something about it because you only listen to it one time a year.
It loses its magic.
Yeah, exactly. If you listen to it all year round.
Yeah, it just loses the panache.
The cherry on top.
The cherry, the cream. You start losing the cream. And I don't know what's going to be left of the ice cream sundae.
Why are you so good at that?
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good
shit,
fun.
yeah. And we got it recorded. Hell yeah. I've been working for 25 years on my walking, so I'm very glad to hear that. All right, so continuing on with the holiday theme, what was your wish list this year? Did you have any gifts that you hope that Santa Claus brings you? Or
my number one was a new mic stand because I'm so tired of holding this goddamn thing.
people don't realize the blood, sweat, and tears that is put into our B level podcast. Like we have to sit here and hold our mics.
Yeah, I want something that clips onto the table. And I see them on Amazon, but Christmas was coming up, and there was only like $12. I was like, I should have just bought it.
Why haven't we done this?
I don't know.
Damn, we suck at life so bad.
Well,
you're telling me $12 could get rid of my microphone elbow that I get every Sunday from holding this fucking thing?
Yeah, but that was like my number one. I was like, man, I really hope somebody buys me this because I just don't want to spend $12 on this. I don't know why.
Man,
it would help
totally
significantly. I could sit here and be much more comfortable. I could actually do things with my hands.
Yeah, because we use our hands a lot when we talk. So we're like switching hands and doing things to try to accommodate. But, you probably don't ask or you don't spend money on yourself for things you need because who the fuck wants to do that?
Exactly.
That's what Christmas is for.
It's always things that I want to spend my money on, not things that I actually need.
Yeah, exactly.
Like another thing I asked for was a tool organizer for the garage because also something I need.
Very cheap. It was very inexpensive. You showed it to me.
Yeah, it was like $25. It held my drills and my batteries and like some screwdrivers and shit. Yeah. But it was something I don't want to buy.
Yeah, like that's not fun.
Yeah, I know. And then my third thing was a G.I. Joe complete series of all the old cartoons from like the 80s. I don't know if you remember those.
Oh yeah, I do.
I found a whole complete series on Amazon. I mean, it's on like DVD, but I can't find them anywhere else. So, well, they're on Amazon Prime, but each season is like $30 or something like that. Shit. And I was like, man, that's ridiculous. Just to stream it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
so you asked for those three things? Like, from your family?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to come through?
I hope so.
Nice. Were those things that you put on your Elfster?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of put some different ones. The mic stand I put on there because it was cheap, and I was like, well, somebody might buy me that, and maybe something else, hopefully. Something like $20 or so. Because our limit is 50, but I was like, well, maybe somebody will be comfortable spending like 30, because that's what I spent on the person I got. I spent about $30.
And okay, well, that's good. I mean, that's because I think a lot of people go by 20, 25.
Yeah.
You went 30, so you went above that.
Right.
But
well, it also didn't help that the person I got literally had so many expensive things on their wish list that the $30 option was almost one of the cheapest.
Like scroll. Okay, this is cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. No, like it's funny because Amber's family, we used Elfster this year per your recommendation.
It makes it really easy
because we do the gift exchange thing too. And I was just an asshole with mine. So like first and foremost, there's maybe 10 people I think that are participating in the gift exchange in her family.
Okay.
And most everyone picked about 8 to 10 things.
Okay.
There were a couple of outliers who picked like 2 things. And I'm like, oh,
you
way to go,
got
asshole.
The person that picked 2 things.
Yeah, I did. There's one person who hasn't put anything on it yet.
Oh, my God.
And then I put like 28 things. And like I did a good job because I think our limit was 30 or maybe 40.
Okay.
And, I think for the most part, all my shit fell within those quadrants.
Well, it's really cool because you can mark things like most wanted as well, which I
don't think I knew that.
Yeah,
this is our first year fucking with it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a way to mark it like an object you're most wanted or something like that.
Oh, cool.
And you can do multiple ones, but you'll have to go look into I mean, it's probably too late now.
Well, yeah, I think everybody's, for the most part, done. But then I was also an asshole, and I put like a pair of Apple over-the-ear headphones that are $469. I put a MacBook Pro so that I could, set up down here with you and have my own laptop
that'd be cool.
and be looking for things.
We
and
could be official.
I think the one I picked was $1,900. So I put some
You'd
of that.
Shit if you got it.
I would shit because like some of Amber's family has some money. So I'm like, oh, maybe they're feeling very generous. Maybe they bonus this year at work, and they're looking to unload $2,000. Your cat is currently fellatioing himself
Yeah.
on our podcast table, so that's a real good Christmassy sight. So very interesting. So this is very exciting because I think that, we've probably had the most fun the last few weeks doing beer reviews.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was always something that we were interested in doing the most.
That was the main reason we were probably thinking about starting this.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a shit ton of podcasts where people review beer.
Right.
And there's a shit ton of podcasts with hillbillies reviewing beer, and they're funny and they give you a good take.
Right.
However, I like the angle that we're playing for because, you're in your early 20s and I'm approaching my late 30s, so it's two totally different takes on beer.
Right.
And I enjoy having that angle. So this week, and I think, knock on wood, moving forward, we're going to try to do 2 beer reviews an episode.
Yeah, I definitely think we will try that.
Just because I think that's our bread and butter, and because we enjoy drinking beer.
Hell yeah.
It forces us to step outside of our comfort zone, because normally if you and I are getting together and we're having garage beers, we're drinking the same,
Right.
1 or 2 different beers.
Right.
And it's not that we don't want to try anything else. It's just we're kind of anxious and we want to go with what we know.
Right, exactly.
So this is going to force us to try some new things, revisit things that maybe we used to have back in the day.
Maybe in the future, too, we have an episode where, I think Kroger has them, but I think Jungle Gyms does, too. You can go do, a create your own 6-pack. Maybe we do an episode in the future of that where we just review 6 different beers that we picked out or something. That would be cool.
I would definitely be down for that, especially if that Patreon money keeps rolling in. I say keeps as though somebody has done it and no one has.
Yeah.
Because that could be very expensive. Like, what I like about Kroger, even though the selection is minimal, it's a set price.
It's $10 no matter what you get.
$10 regardless of what you get.
And you can get some pretty expensive ones sometimes they put in there.
Absolutely.
Because I think it's when boxes probably bust open or something, and they're like, oh shit, we can't really put this back in there, so then they just set them in that cooler, and sometimes you get some beers that are in a 6 or 4-pack that are $20 or something. You're like,
oh yeah. That's a find.
Yeah.
Well, at Jungle Gyms, I mean, they're individually priced,
and it's
so
expensive.
So I mean, there's times I've walked out of there with a 6-pack that was almost $40.
Yeah, I've done that too.
I
paid for a beer once in an individual can. I mean, it was a 16-ounce tall boy, but still, it was $6.
Yeah, it's I mean, it was probably delicious.
It was. It was
probably
good.
well worth the money.
Oh
but, yeah. So we're gonna do 2 beer reviews today, and I'm very excited about both of these.
Me too.
And I'm even more excited because both of them have a higher ABV count. Let's see, which one are we going to start with?
You want to do? I don't know. I feel like.
Do we do 10 and then 7?
I feel like we do 10 and then 7
Okay.
because what if the crumb cake leaves a strong flavor?
Okay. So here's yours. If you want to tell the world about the first one that we're doing here.
So this first one that we're doing, obviously, like we already said, is a 10%er. Hold on, I lost my notes. Okay, here we go. And it is from Victory Brewing Company, and it's called Merry Monkey. It's a 10% ABV, and the IBUs are 35, so a little high, and it is classified as a Belgian strong golden ale, which just sounds awesome. And I would just like to point out this is a holiday beer, so it's not around, I don't think, full year.
I mean, I do think that Victory has a monkey.
They do. They have a sour monkey
all year, but this is just their Christmas version.
Right.
Different ingredients.
The sour monkey beer is very delicious. I thoroughly enjoy that. Where did the bottle opener go?
I don't know. We don't have our shit together, though. I can tell you that.
It was on the table. Where did you put it?
It definitely was. It definitely was on the table.
Oh my god.
So
I have it in my pocket.
Okay, you son of a bitch. And what I will say is that the description for this beer sounds amazing. It says Belgian style ale with cranberry, sugar peel. No, sugar peel? Why did I just fucking say that? I totally put a word in there that is anywhere on this label. Cranberry, orange peel, and cinnamon and nut.
Nut.
It's some nut.
It sounds really good.
It
Oh
sounds
my
super
God.
good. And you did bring down our fancy glasses.
I did.
For the occasion, for the pour.
Hopefully I don't overfill it. All right. Give us a second while we pour these out.
We're really triggered right now. If you couldn't tell in Grant's voice, he was definitely shitting and puking at the same time. Well, that's really coming out, man. That head's nice.
I was worried about it doing that, so I poured mine slow. Now I'm going to regret it later.
You are, because you're going to fucking swallow all those bubbles.
Yeah, I know.
And then your belly's going to be full of bubbles, and you're going to have to poop all those bubbles out. So I'm definitely going with a harder pour. It's going to take me longer to be ready.
It smells fantastic.
Oh, look at that head.
Oh,
Foam.
yeah. Nice, thick.
It's a thick,
thick inch of foam on that.
It's kind of a slight caramel colored foam.
Yeah. Caramel colored beard, too.
Yeah, it's definitely like a caramel.
It's almost like the color of the bottle.
It's very
a
close.
little lighter.
Yeah, very, very close.
Interesting.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Ooh, I can smell it now.
I know.
Ooh, yeah, that smells nice. So, I mean, I was going to say let's have a couple drinks, talk about it, and then because it is 10%, and per usual, I'm looking to get fucked up, I was just going to chug the rest of mine, but I'm afraid for you to chug yours because you left all the bubbles in the beer.
I did leave all the bubbles in the beer. I'm not afraid to chug it, though. I've done that.
But then I'm going to get a text from your wife later saying, what did you do to my husband? He's been in the bathroom for 5 hours. You're not allowed to come over here anymore.
Nah, that's
the
not
podcast's over.
No, that's not going to
A
happen.
bunch of amateurs. So let me get a better smell here. Oh man, that smells good. You know what it smells like?
What?
It smells like monkey bread.
It does kind of smell like monkey bread. You can smell. I feel like you can smell the nutmeg in it.
You definitely can smell the nutmeg. It almost smells like banana. There's no banana in
Yeah,
it, but
I
I
know,
get
it's
a
weird.
banana-y smell. But it smells super good. I'm gonna go in for a little
I'm gonna
drinky.
go in for a drinky.
Little drinky. Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
it
good.
almost kind of tastes like banana.
Oh, that's good.
Why does it taste like banana?
I don't know.
It
know.
almost-
It definitely tastes
It
like
almost
banana
kind of
bread.
tastes like banana. Yeah, banana
It tastes
bread.
just like banana bread to me.
Interesting. Okay.
That's very nice, though.
I know, it's very
What do you
delicious.
keep looking at over here? You're fucking scaring me.
Looking at what?
You're looking at something on the
Oh,
table.
I was looking at my bottle. I was
Oh.
trying to look at the flavors and see if I can taste any of them. I don't really get a whole lot.
I mean, I definitely get like the nutmeg and cinnamon.
Yeah, I think
Like
I'm getting that.
Definitely. I'm not getting orange at all.
No. But it's just orange peel.
I'm
so
not getting cranberry.
not cranberry.
There's nothing fruity really
I'm
about
thinking-
this outside of the banana.
I'm thinking that's what that is. I don't know why.
The banana is the cranberry?
That's like the fruitiness of it is probably coming through that.
Yeah, maybe. Let me go in for a second one.
Yeah.
That is super good though. And for 10% ABV,
Man,
it's light.
Yeah, I know.
Like it doesn't weigh you down.
Man, that's delicious.
It is a very good beer.
Are we sure this is called Merry Monkey?
Yeah. It's right there on the label.
I know, it looks different though. It looks like M-E and then a weird letter, then an R, then a weird thing, and then a Y.
Yeah, that's Mary.
Okay. Maybe I can't read cursive.
I'm like, oh shit, man. Yeah, it's because you grow up not having to learn cursive anymore. Yeah, that's definitely a cursive R. That's what that strange symbol is, Grant.
No, it definitely is. I just
I can see where you're talking about. Like from a distance, it looks like it's like Hawaiian, like Malikikamaka or some shit.
Yeah. Man, this is good though. I can't get over this.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Oh yeah, we're just gonna forget about the listeners and just enjoy this beer
Yeah, I
together.
know.
It's so good.
This is delicious. Good thing we got 4 more.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoy this. So let's go ahead. Let's rank it up. Let's
All right, let's get it.
let's see what we got here. We've got
Let's get it.
a plethora of different.
I really need to add the categories into all these so we
get
can
each of
see.
them so we can see them better. But
So we got
okay.
crushability.
So crushability out of 5. I'm I'm feeling pretty good about this.
I think I am too.
I think these are very crushable. It's not heavy at all.
No.
For a high percentage of alcohol.
And for a darker
yeah.
ale, I would say it's very light.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because to me it's more like, I mean, it's almost a stout.
Yeah.
To me, like flavor profile.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So it's kind of weird that it's an ale. I know that red ales are typically a little bit more stouty.
Right.
But it drinks more like a stout to me, but it's a light stout.
It is, yeah, very light. I don't know. It's very. I could definitely chug it. I would say.
Oh yeah, I'm going to chug it here momentarily.
Yeah, same.
But no, that's a $5. That's a $5 all day.
I would agree with you on that.
We love that.
All right.
All right. What's our second category that you now have to
scroll back
all
up
the way
for?
back up to the top of our Excel sheet?
Tastiness?
That's a fucking 5 too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it doesn't really taste like I feel like what they say it does.
No, it's definitely misleading, but it's a good misleading.
It's I would wholeheartedly describe this as banana bread. That's how I would say it tastes.
Yeah, it doesn't. A lot of holiday beers have like that holiday taste. This doesn't have a holiday taste to me. It tastes like banana bread.
Yeah. And now we have.
Fucked up is too fucked up.
This one's super.
Yeah, I mean, this is fucking 10.
Yeah.
Like 10 ABV, so it's definitely going to get you super fucked.
Yeah, we'll say super. Because even the 6-pack, if you drink that whole 6-pack, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. You're going to be acting like a dog.
A real dog, not a little pussy-ass dog.
Pissing and shitting all over the house. All right. And now our last one. This keeps tripping me out why it keeps doing that.
I think we need to take an Excel class.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wouldn't hurt. So the bitch drink. So, I mean, if you brought this to a party, are you going to be like, oh, who was that little bitch that brought this? Or who was that stud? This is stud level.
This is stud level
like
for
if
me.
Somebody's, because this was an expensive 6-pack.
It was $13.99, which I probably should have clarified. So it is a very expensive brew, but I kind of don't mind that for how high alcohol percentage it is.
Yeah.
You could spend the 15 or 14, 15 bucks, however much tax makes it, and get honestly super fucked up. I feel like just drinking the.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And if I'm being honest, if I bring this to a party, I'm bringing it for me to drink exclusively.
Yeah, I'm not bringing it for other people.
Because, the one bad thing about a party is, you have to bring like a 30 rack or a case, and it's hard to take. It's hard to bring. People are more prone to be like, hey, let me get one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm bringing this because it's a 6er, so it's easy to transport.
I
can drink the 6 and get fucked up just the same as if I brought a 24-pack.
I might be buying this to have at Christmas time again.
This was really, really good. And now I'm going to chug it just because it is so damn good.
All right.
And I got to make room in our glass for
our
second beer. So cheers to you, good friend. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We should have had
let's do it again.
Oh, I like that. Oh. All right.
Oh, that was super easy to chug.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Very minimal burpage.
Yeah.
For me. Normally I
even with me
rattle the walls.
Even me not pouring the foam out, I'm not feeling the burping coming up from
good.
That. Yeah. I need a little, sink down here.
A sink?
Just so we can rinse these out.
Well, you know what? It's probably then a good time to take a little commercial break.
We'll
reconfigure. We're going to reconfigure. See, I'm never going to hit it just like
I don't know. That was still pretty good. I think you got it down.
I appreciate it. You're just humoring me. But anyway, stay tuned. We have more reviews coming up.
Hell yeah.
Sup, you bitch. This is Santa here, and I just wanted to let you know to follow these naughty boys' Facebook page and to go their Patreon page to donate some money. They also wanted to let you know that their second beer review is coming up and some other mischievous topics, so stay tuned.
And we're back.
Hello, lovely people of the world. So pardon our little break there. We had to do some technical things. We had
Yeah.
to prep for.
Quick pee break.
Yes, we had to piss. I wasn't trying to say that, Grant, but thank you. We had to pee, and we had to kind of gear up for the second half of the show here.
Yeah, well, we also wanted to clean out our glasses to make sure we didn't have any contamination from our first beer.
Yeah, because we're getting ready to hit up our second beer review of the week, and I'm really excited for this one, too. I think this was like a peak week for excitement in regards to
I always
trying new beers.
I love holiday beer time. It's one of my favorites.
So good. Big fan.
It's a lot of fun. There's so many out there, too. I will say there's a lot of stouts, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I should have grabbed one. Because had I known that this crumb cake one that we're about to hit up is also an ale, I should have grabbed a darker one so we could have had a comparison.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought, though, that the Victory and this one were going to be ales?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't really pay attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thunk it? So we're getting ready to unleash our second review for you. This one I'm very excited about. I read about this one a little while back. Knew it was coming out, and there was just something about it that made me hard as a rock. In my nether region.
It sounds really good.
So it is a Rheingeist beer. So it is a Cincinnati-made beer. So shout out to our home area here, our home base.
Yeah.
And it is crumb cake. This is a beer with coffee, lactose, and vanilla extract.
It sounds good. The lactose weirds me out. Is that like just milk?
Just milk. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's very similar. I don't know. Did you have the PBR coffee?
I did.
thing?
Yes.
What I'm assuming is it's going to be similar to that.
Okay, that was very good.
Because that was delicious. When
Yeah.
Pabst Blue Ribbon put out their little hard coffee.
They still have them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good. That's a good morning.
If you're planning to get fucked up for the day, start with some
weekend.
of those.
That's every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
They're a little expensive, and I think it's only a 4-pack.
Dude, I know what we do.
What do we do?
For the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
no matter who's playing it, even if it's hopefully it's our Bengals. But
Hopefully.
I don't know. We'll see. We start that day off. We get up at like 9.
Okay.
So sleeping in a little bit, not too early, not too late.
Okay.
We each have 2, because it's a 4-pack of the coffees.
Yeah.
We start with 2 of those, and then we just start drinking the rest of the day.
I'm happy. Let's plan on now taking
The day
the
off.
day off for the following day.
Okay. We'll do it.
All right.
Maybe we record a little
We'll
bit.
do a little recording, maybe
Yeah.
for Patreon.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So if you want to hear us on that day, hit up our Patreon.
By 3:30, we're going to be pretty fucked
because we have
up.
our mobile mics, so we don't
Exactly.
even have to be
We'll
here.
just pop one of those in to one of our phones and we'll use
Yeah.
that. And do like little updates on the game, updates on our drinking.
Yeah.
Maybe we should set a like a goal.
Okay.
Like we drink X amount, or we do 12 hours of drinking, or something along those lines.
Dude, hell
we'll
yeah.
have to work that out. But I
Yeah.
think that's fun. I
That'll
think
be a
we
lot
can
of
do that.
fun. Yeah.
All right, so Rheingeist, crumb cake, beer with coffee, lactose, vanilla extract. It says streusel that you can sip. Additions of coffee, lactose, and vanilla make this dessert-inspired brew a supreme treat. Rich, creamy, and layered with flavor. Crumb cake is a no-bake, no-brainer.
Man, that sounds bomb.
Damn,
I'm excited.
Yeah,
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, damn.
That was a seductive read for that.
Oh, let me do it slower. Streusel that you can sip. So this one is 7% ABV. So we are taking a few steps down from the Victory. That
Still
we just
pretty
did,
high,
but
though.
Still very high, higher than what we normally drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smell it before.
Yeah,
I
me
pour.
too. It smells good.
Smells sweet.
Oh my god, I'm making a mess. Holy shit. We need to get a bar mat so we can pour these on there and not worry about making a
Well, we
mess.
have a bar mat.
Oh yeah.
There's just beer pong set up on it right now that my lovely wife gifted us. Have to you can check our Facebook. There'll be a picture of the little set that my wife gifted the podcast. It's a little bar mat beer pong set.
And it's very nice, actually.
Yeah, it's actually very nicely made. And
It's like a miniature version.
yeah, it's miniature.
You might have said that. I don't
I don't
fucking
think
know.
I did.
We have the perfect table for beer pong, though.
Yeah.
This desk
nice.
is long as hell.
Yeah, this is nice. It's thin.
Well, and I have that projector now. Ooh, maybe we do the game down here.
I think we should do the game down here. We just need a mini fridge down here.
Yeah, I know.
Because going up and down the steps.
And a bathroom. We do have a drain. Maybe I just put a funnel in and we just piss in the drain.
Yeah, I can bring that pop-up tent.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yes, it's a drain to the sewer. I promise it's not to the storm drain.
So far, very similar colors to our last beer.
Yeah, it's a little light. Well, I guess that's the light shining from the TV.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a caramel-colored foam. It is maybe it is a little lighter.
It could be a little lighter. I don't know. It's about the same.
Yeah, it looks the same. How did you manage to pour? Did you do a light pour? I keep doing these hard pours.
No,
it's taking me forever.
I did a hard pour. It's taken me a while too. I'm letting it go down a little bit because I have more to pour. My arm was just getting tired of holding it. There we
That's
go.
what I say when I jack off.
It's like a baby's arm holding an apple.
All right, so
Oh, sticking your finger in it. Oh yeah.
I like finger fucking my beer. That's the ultimate manly thing to do.
It smells delicious. I can't.
Yeah, the smell is very intriguing to me.
I also kind of get an earthy smell. I don't know, but
jizz. You're smelling my semen.
oh god.
It's I don't know. I really think that out of the two today that we're reviewing, this one could disappoint me the most.
I think so too.
Because you've got this can, and they went out of their way to put on this can. This is a streusel that you can sip. Supreme treat. Rich, creamy.
They're hyping it up.
Hyping it.
Yeah, and I
hate
feel like
it when they do that
because it could very so let me down.
Yeah, and everything's subjective. Maybe somebody drinks this and they're like, "Oh, that is rich and creamy."
Maybe,
but
yeah.
Not everybody's going to feel that way.
I don't know. Oh my god, I'm getting static feedback. What is going on right now? Okay, now we're good. That was weird. Sorry about that, everybody.
We're sorry if you didn't hear the last 32 minutes of our podcast. Throw back to episode 4.
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
All right, let's give it a little drinky.
Are we gonna do a little clinky?
Are we going to do a clinky?
Here. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but
Ooh.
it's pretty good.
That's definitely good.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
I can definitely taste the coffee.
Yeah, definitely taste the coffee.
Strong coffee aftertaste.
Very strong coffee aftertaste, but it's good. Which I'm not a huge coffee fan, but it also tastes like crumb cake. I don't know, like if you had coffee with your crumb cake.
It's definitely a complex flavor. Like,
yeah,
like I get a little sweetness in the beginning. It's not a whole lot of sweetness, but it's there.
It's a too complex flavor for me to describe.
Yeah, it is. I mean. And the irony here is that I feel like, if I didn't know what the ABVs were, I would swear up and down this was a higher ABV than the Victory because it tastes. There's more alcohol taste.
Really?
It tastes heavier than the last.
It is heavier, but I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like APV heavy or whatever the fuck. I said it wrong.
APV is Alien Predator versus.
Yeah, Alien versus Predator. Also good movies. ABV. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was higher. It just seems like a heavier beer than an ale, which that's what this is classified, right?
Yeah,
is it red ale?
It's an ale. Yeah.
It's weird that it says it's a red ale because is it red? Yeah, I guess it kind of is.
I mean, if you put it up in the light and then you click your heels 2 times and you cough with your hand on your nutsack,
yeah,
it does kind of look a little red.
It's more like brown to me, but
I don't know if I would say it's brown.
It's more like a golden. Nah, not gold. That's wrong.
This is what I would imagine the Merry Monkey tasting like.
Yeah,
looking like.
Yeah. This is kind of what I thought that would look like. I thought it'd be a little lighter than that one was, and I thought this one honestly would be darker than what it is.
I'm going to go in for another drink.
Yeah, me too.
That's good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
To me, so I'm going to put this out here. So we said with the Merry Monkey, that even though it is a seasonal beer, it didn't taste very seasonal.
Right.
We didn't get those seasonal flavors. This, to me, tastes like Christmas morning.
Yeah, this does taste like Christmas morning.
Because, you get up, you're excited to open presents, so you eat a pastry because it's quick to eat. There's
right.
no prep. You get a cup of coffee so you can wake up.
Yeah,
this, to me, tastes like Christmas morning.
I would agree with you on that. It's very similar.
Are you going in for a latte apple?
I was going to cleanse the palate really quick,
yeah.
and then I'm going to go back in.
Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. Let me do the same here.
I want to get a fresh taste. Oh.
Papi Maneo. Man, that apple's so fucking good. I'm going to miss the shit out of that.
I'm going to miss it too.
Damn.
Man, that crumb cake is good. Fuck. They say it's dessert, but I want to drink it for breakfast.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Damn, shorty. Well, I have 3 more of these. You would think that by default I would have 4, but just full disclosure, I went to grab these out of my refrigerator this morning to pack and bring over, and somehow one of the cans got a hole in it, and it spewed beer like I spewed jizz. And it shot all over the inside of my refrigerator, my floor, the cabinets of my kitchen. So if my wife is listening, I'm very sorry if there is a mess. I tried really hard to clean it. But, yeah, so I only have 3 cans of this left. And we talked about this prior to recording. The can is very thin. If there's one thing that I'm going to be very judgmental on, it's actually the manufacturing of the can.
Yeah. Which is weird. I don't understand how they. I don't know. It feels like a normal can.
I don't know, man. That's pretty weak.
It is very weak. Maybe it just got beat up or something.
I think it's just Rhine guys cutting corners. It's expensive. They're not like shipping all over the U.S. They're becoming bigger, and the can is beautiful. By the way,
yeah, the can is very nice. It's very nice. Their packaging is very nice. They just need better cans.
The can is just really thin because. Yeah. Obviously, when I put that 6-pack in the refrigerator, there was no holes in it.
Right.
I literally just went to grab the rings of the 6-pack and pull it out, and it hit something, and it put a fucking gash in the side of the can.
Crazy
and
to me.
Literally shot everywhere, man. Like the biggest mess. I was getting ready to cry and say that I wasn't going to record today.
Do you think they ship?
I was so upset.
Do you think they ship these 6-packs in like boxes? And then, like, maybe the person opening the boxes sliced it a little bit with their knife, and then it busted.
I would have gotten some juicy in my fridge. Like they've been in my fridge now since.
It's been a couple days at least.
It's been a few days since I bought these. There's been no.
Well, like, what if they hit it and it nicked it a little bit, and then like you just when you were pulling it out,
go maybe all the way through,
and then it hit something hard and then it busted.
It's possible, but you felt it when it was full. It's
yeah,
still
it seems thin.
It's a little thin. So Rheingeist, if anybody who works for Rheingeist has a connect at Rheingeist, you need to make your cans just a little thicker because it definitely fucked up one of my cans. And even though this 6-pack was $10.99.
That's still a lot.
It's a lot of money. I've now 1 beer down. I paid $10.99 for 5 beers.
Yeah.
So I am kind of pissed about
that. Yeah, I would be very pissed about it too.
But
that's kind of ridiculous.
But it tastes amazing.
It does taste very good.
Amazing.
So crushability, what are we thinking?
So here's the thing, and by no means do I think that this takes away from the overall liking of the beer, but this I couldn't crush.
I couldn't chug this. It's a sipping beer to me.
It's a sipping beer. I mean, I'm going to chug this.
Yeah.
I can chug anything.
Yeah, we can't. We both can. Let's be real.
Twisted.
Well, we've been doing 24-ounce out of the Earl Beers, the beer stick.
Yeah.
Man, that thing is. If you guys don't have one of those, get one.
Yeah, they're not producing. They're not affiliated with this podcast, but the beer stick is an amazing thing.
You gotta get one.
You can drink 24 ounces of whatever you want in about 3 seconds.
It's literally the best thing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It did make me throw up profusely, but it was very
there's other factors in there. It's always a good time when that comes out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's true.
And we've used it several times. It's even made its way to a different state with us.
Yeah, it's true. It did.
It
That was a
did.
lot of fun
Yeah,
there too.
Yeah,
Although we did have to go outside for that.
Yeah, because it was our first time, I think, using it.
Was it our first time?
I think so.
I think you're right. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
So I'm not going to be downing these all nights, but they're good. They're still
They're
very
good.
drinkable.
You could definitely drink the whole 6-pack in an evening. It would just take
a little
bit longer than
if
it
you're
would.
drinking Bud Heavy, or
Right. Yeah.
something like that. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 3 on
3?
that. Yeah.
I was thinking like 2.5,
Okay.
just because I know I can if I really want to, but
But you really don't.
I don't want to,
Yeah, I
kind
got
of thing.
I got you.
And now for tastiness, I would. It's a
5.
5
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, it's a super good beer.
Yeah, very delicious. I feel like everything they say. I mean, the vanilla, obviously, you're not going to taste a whole lot of the vanilla or even really the lactose, but it's definitely, it says it's creamy, and I would agree with the creaminess.
Well, the vanilla, I think, is where most of that sweetness at the very beginning comes from.
Yeah, I would agree.
So even though it doesn't taste like vanilla, it's definitely a strong enough supporting
Yeah.
character. It makes it sweet.
Yeah,
I think that vanilla and the lactose are working together to
I would
create
agree.
that sweetness.
Yeah.
at the beginning.
and I think that's very good.
It is. It's very, very good.
And then for fucked up, I had the list upstairs. I keep forgetting to bring it.
Yeah, I forget how we were gauging this.
It was
I mean, I don't think it's going to get you super fucked. Like
no,
the victory,
yeah, it was definitely a
but
step
it's going to be
down.
a step down from that. So what's a step down from super fucked?
So
What if we put other? What are the other beers ranked here that we've done?
we've
Can we steal
done
from
pretty
any of those?
fucked
Pretty
up.
fucked?
Looks like we've done a lot, a lot of
So
that.
super and pretty.
Yeah.
So here's my question: does it need to be? Well, if we rated Bud Light, how dare I? Busch Light Apple is pretty fucked up.
We need to
This
go
is above
higher. Yeah.
that. So I'm gonna say fucked.
Fucked.
It'll get you fucked.
So pretty fucked up is less
It's a
than just
step down
fucked.
from fucked. So you're gonna get pretty fucked, or super fucked.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. We'll put a little key in here eventually, so the Patreon people can see this list. I know not everybody will, but if you do subscribe, even if you do a custom amount, I can make sure I send it to you.
Yeah, buddy.
Because I know everybody likes to look for new things, and we do too. We just don't always want to buy a 6-pack necessarily thinking it's going to be great. Like, even if there's a possibility we think we won't like it, we don't necessarily want to buy it. So I just want to reiterate that.
Well, and I do want to tell you this fun fact before we get into this last category. I bought a 6-pack of this.
Okay.
You can buy it in a 12-pack. I had a 12-pack of this in
Really?
my cart before I moved to 6. Because I'm thinking, what if I don't like it?
Right.
And then I'm stuck with 10 of these.
Right.
So with that in mind, if you took a 12-pack of this to a function, I think that you are going to be king of the mountain.
King of the Mount. I would agree.
So definitely non-bitch.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
And even though it sounds like this really desserty kind of bitch beer, like they make it sound like a bitch. Like
Yeah, they kind of
fucking
do.
coffee
Yeah.
cake,
Yeah, I know.
right? I don't get that. I
Yeah.
think it's just a slightly sweet.
It's a slightly
Deep.
sweet, deep, very flavorful beer.
Yeah.
It's definitely one that I'm not taking to like drink a ton of. This is kind of one Christmas Eve, getting into the
Yeah.
evening area.
Maybe
You're-
you've drank some of those victories beforehand.
Yeah, and you're like,
looking to start
man.
kind of coming down.
Yeah,
a
maybe
little.
eat with your cookies.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you're laying them out for Santa Claus.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe pour Santa Claus one
Ooh,
of these.
Santa would love this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chug the rest of mine. I just need to get my problem last time here when I chugged was I wasn't ready for the chug. It was
Okay.
very chuggable.
Yeah.
Victory was. However, I did it after immediately speaking,
Oh, okay.
and I wasn't.
So you
my
weren't
throat
ready,
wasn't
right?
clear,
Right. You got to.
So
Well, you have to have some air in your lungs too, or else
do.
you're like dying.
you do. I mean, I've chugged approximately 257,000 beers in my life, and I've got it down to almost a precise.
You just got to open your throat
Open the throat, take
and
it on.
just take it
Just
on.
Take it all.
Yeah.
Take as much as you can in the back of your All right, buddy. Here, let's
All right.
do another cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Ugh.
So yeah, that one had that last bit where like your face kind of.
Yeah. It's heavy.
Because it is. It's a heavier beer.
Yeah, I agree.
What do
Man.
you keep doing? What
That-
is happening?
There's like static.
Technologically
There's
here.
like static keep going on. I have a feeling this sound is going to sound very bad.
Don't say that to me.
I know.
We've had a good time.
Well, I
here
need you to talk
today.
louder because I think it's not picking up your sound very well either.
How much louder do I need to talk?
I
I'm talking
don't-
at the same decibel that you are.
I know, but that microphone seems to suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you like having Josh on the podcast and you want to hear him better, please send me money to buy a better.
Yeah, get us a better microphone. Come on now.
I love talking to you guys. I love being down here and recording, but Jesus Christ.
This is ridiculous.
I'm working for peanuts here.
Well, maybe eventually we'll buy some more high tech quality microphones.
Yeah, let's fucking hope. I can shit in one hand and wish in another and see which one fills up first.
Well, yeah, let's be real. I mean, that was like a $20 microphone. I guess we can't expect much from it, can we?
We do things very cheap here.
Yeah. Well, we're not getting paid yet.
That's
Eventually,
true.
we'll have some high
That's true.
quality sound.
And I think that we have some partnerships in the future, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We got some irons in the fire, so let's hope. So hopefully those beer reviews appeal to you if you are a listener of the podcast and you're not a beer drinker, but you just like hearing Grant and I apologize that for the last 40 minutes you had to hear the beer reviews. Hopefully it was still beneficial to you. Hopefully someone in your life is a beer drinker and you
Yeah.
can go to them and be like, hey, on this podcast I listened to, they reviewed this beer and it sounds really good. You should get it.
Yeah, maybe you're trying to look for a gift idea for somebody.
Ooh, there you go. A gift idea.
Especially around the Christmas time. Beer's always a good Christmas gift. I
It is.
feel.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love if everybody got me beer.
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
God, that would be great.
If it was
Because
like all different kinds.
Because it's not that beer is very expensive. Granted, between the two of us, the 12 beers that we purchased was like $26.
Yeah.
But it's the aggravation of having to go buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
I just wish that like it could be delivered to us.
Well, there's so much to choose from now too that because of all the microbreweries and everything, like it's a very saturated market, but I love it. Like I would love to get into making it. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Well, we're gonna make some.
Hell yeah.
Let's just go ahead. That's our Christmas present, I think, to the listeners.
Okay.
We are going to be making a batch of Beards and Beers brew.
Yeah, we have some ready. We have the whole
It's not
thing
ready. Don't
well,
fucking
it's not
lie.
ready.
Don't lie.
We
Don't-
haven't made it yet.
We have everything we need.
Yeah.
We're going to do it very soon.
Right.
And then maybe we have some sort of contest in the future, or maybe we do a Patreon level or tier where you get to try some yourself,
Yeah.
as long as you're of legal age.
Right, of course.
But we are going to do it because I think the end game here is Beards and Beers is a brand.
exactly.
It's us.
Yeah.
And I think that ultimately we would love to have our own brewery and be able to make some of the beers and some of the flavors that we enjoy.
Hell yeah.
So send us money because we need it.
Yeah, exactly.
so that concludes the beer reviews of the week, and now we can resume with our normal content. So Grant, it's the week before Christmas. Things are the magic's in the air. I know you don't feel very Christmassy. I feel very Christmassy. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in a good place in my life
Well,
right now.
I'm getting
happy.
more Christmassy.
That's drunk. That's drunkenness.
Yeah, that could also be.
Because I'm definitely starting to feel pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Oh,
so
I forgot. Oh, never mind. I don't know what
geez.
label.
What a fucking letdown. Blue Ball Central.
You drunk fuck.
Oh, there we go. That's a
Okay,
good one.
nice. I can't hear you. I'm saying nice like I can fucking hear it. I have no idea what you just clicked. It could have said Josh is a fucking homo. No homo,
It didn't,
but I'm
I
not.
promise. No homo.
No homo. Got to work that in every episode.
Yeah, that's our calling card.
That's for you, Kelsey. No homo. So, Grant, why don't you hit us with a pre-Christmas philosophical And I do want to say just very briefly that Grant had a very hard time remembering the word philosophical last
I
week.
could not say it.
I've not laughed nearly that hard in a while. But hearing Grant try to say philosophical, think of the word, was one of the funniest things that's happened to me this month.
Yeah.
And that was a great gift from you. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you for that.
That was pretty bad.
So what's your philosophical thought of the week?
So, I was going to talk about the size of Earth compared to a lot of the things in the galaxy.
Oh, shit, dude.
Well, not necessarily a lot of things,
That's
but
deep.
something specific, because when I was in high school, I did a little report on this, and it was very interesting, and it makes you feel tiny and really unimportant, to be honest, which is kind of sad. I guess I shouldn't have done this.
Great time of year. Great time of year where suicides are already at an all-time high. Let's just go ahead and make us feel very insignificant.
I do have a link for a video that I have on YouTube, and I will post it I'll add it to the comments of our today's episode.
You need to post shit on our Facebook.
Okay, maybe
Maybe we have that conversation offline, but I do most of the posting on our Facebook. You need to get in there. I've given you privilege. You have access.
I'm not good at it though. I'm not creative.
It's just you're creative to me.
Well,
you're all I ever need. Come over here, you bearded bastard.
Before we get into this, let me crack this cold one. So the Earth is 13,000 kilometers across, like diameter-wise. Or 13,000 kilometers across. I said that right. Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I know that's hard to fathom, but then you think about Mercury, which is a planet that is smaller than Earth, and it's about 40% smaller. I don't know what the number is. That's all it said. 40% smaller. And Jupiter is about 10 times larger than Earth.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
Damn.
And Earth is big as fuck, it seems like.
Well, I feel like we're eventually going to have to make Jupiter like livable.
I know.
Because I think that we just keep growing in population. We're going to have to start fucking packing our shit and taking a space flight.
In the movie Aliens, or Alien, it's the second one, Aliens, they have terraformers, and what they do is they go to planets and they make basically a breathable atmosphere, which is awesome. I think eventually we'll be there.
That's awesome. Thanks for ruining that movie for me. I haven't seen any of the Alien sequels.
Really?
I haven't. I bought them all because I want to try to get on that.
Dude, you have to.
I saw the first one.
The second one is the best one by far.
Well, I feel like I now don't need to watch it because you just told me what it is.
Well, there's just terraformers in it.
So terraformers is the people that do this.
They basically
do they not have a nicer name for them?
No, that's
because
what they call
them. If I hear terraformers, I'm going to think of the fucking clown that I was talking about, Terrifiers or Terrorizer or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah,
and I'm scared. I don't want to go to where the terraformers are.
Yeah.
Why do they call them terraformers?
It's because
the terrain,
they're creating it has to do something with the atmospheric
Make them
term.
Atmospheres.
Why are they fucking terraformers? They're called terraformers. That's what they call them.
That's scary as shit, dude.
Dude, you have to watch the second. I can't believe you've never seen that.
I haven't. I saw the first one and then I saw the Predator one. Dude. I haven't seen any in between.
Oh, we have to watch Aliens together. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Come over and we'll fucking watch it.
All right.
I just haven't watched them yet.
We have to.
All right.
If you haven't watched Aliens, you guys have missed out on one of the best movies of the century.
That's right. Merry Christmas to you. Aliens is where it's at.
But I wanted to talk about one of the largest stars that we know of. It's not the largest. It was at one time thought to be the largest, but there's one bigger than this, actually. But this star is called VY Canis Majoris, and it is classified as a red hypergiant, which I know a lot of people probably don't know about, but hypergiants are like some of the biggest stars in the galaxy. It is 613.85 million miles wide.
Jeez Louise.
Dude, it is so big. It's crazy. And when this star goes to die, that it'll either become a white supergiant, which just means it's just like a white star or whatever. Like it doesn't do anything, or because it's so big, it'll become a black hole.
Dude, I want to go into a black hole so fucking
Dude,
bad.
I can't imagine what would happen.
Do you think like black holes are like the key to the space-time continuum?
I think it is because the Neil deGrasse Tyson guy said there's ways to travel through the universe where we have to create basically like a teleportation device where you can teleport to and from. And he said once we can find a way, like there's mathematical equations that prove that we can do that. We just don't have the resources to do it.
Damn.
So eventually, sometime, we're going to find a material that will allow us to create the energy source and stuff like that to be able to do this. And we'll be able to travel billions of miles away in like a snap of a finger.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's crazy.
That's really
I
crazy.
want
to
this to
think about.
happen, like
Yeah,
so badly.
That's super cool.
It's like the future, but like it could happen. I mean, I don't want to say like in 100
I was going to
years.
say, do you think it's going to happen in like our lifetime? Or?
Probably not. I wish it would, but I think the problem is there's not a lot of funding into it because the government doesn't think that it's.
Well, they don't want you to because it's chaos.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? They
Right.
can't control it.
Right.
Because they don't know.
Exactly. But China has one of the biggest. This isn't really related to that. This is more or less like if extraterrestrials were to contact us via radio waves. China has one of the biggest radio satellites. Actually, it is the biggest radio satellites in the world.
I think they already have.
I think
every
too.
country around here knows, well, including ours.
Yeah.
I think they know of extraterrestrial life.
Well,
that's a given.
We used to have the biggest one in Puerto Rico, but I think it got destroyed in like a storm or something, and they never rebuilt it. But China built one, and it was like billions of
The
dollars
fucking
invested
Chinese
into
people
it.
right now are talking to fucking ET.
Oh, hell yeah, they are.
They're like, oh,
and they're
shit.
not going to tell anybody about it because
Well,
they
no,
don't
why
want
would
to.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're going to conspire with the aliens and say all these other people are terrible people, and they're going to send these aliens to kill all of us. That's what's going to happen.
Oh shit, that took a depressing turn.
I know.
So what is this? So this giant star that could potentially turn into a black hole or a fucking supergiant, mega giant.
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
It is VY Canis Majoris. And it was at one point thought to be the largest star, but there is now one bigger. I can't remember the name of it. I didn't put it on here, but I did a little report on this a while back, and it's a very interesting thing to learn about. So if you have the time, I would suggest looking it up. And the video I have on YouTube shows the comparisons of like sizes of like planets and stars and everything, and you can't even see Earth that this star is so big.
Damn.
And now it's not in our galaxy. It's like hella far away. It's like something, I don't even think you can see it in the night sky. It's so far away, basically. But they have a telescope somewhere that was able to find it, and they can estimate the size based on what they see.
And the name one more time?
VY Canis Majoris. It's literally capital V, capital Y, and then it's CANIS, and then it's MAJORIS.
And now, listeners, that has nothing to do with any of the female private parts that give an orgasm. It is not the clitoris. Don't get confused. Don't be going down on your honey saying, where's your KE fucking 59er 6-E754 breaker 99. But that's very interesting, sir. That's definitely something to ponder and something to look into. So we'll make sure that link to the YouTube gets posted on our Facebook.
Yeah, through our Facebook, and maybe I'll link it in when we post the video too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because we're also on YouTube. I keep forgetting everywhere we're at.
Yeah.
So very cool, man. Very nice thought to think. I think it puts things in perspective as we celebrate the holiday season, how really insignificant we all are. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap everything up here together and make it make sense. So I can definitely see that. We're very insignificant, especially in comparison to the clitoris, the KY Jelly Clitoris 5000. So now it's that time of the week where we talk about what's going on in the news. So do we have any takes or opinions on current events, or do you have any crazy stories that you came across and you want to bring up? What do you got?
My wife Emily actually found this story for me, and I thought it was very interesting. So I was like, I'll go ahead and bring it up. I think this sounds pretty good to bring up. And it's a Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
It's just a little puke. Don't worry about it.
It's a 264,000 gallon water fish tank in Berlin, like busted. And they had over 1,500 fish in this aquarium. And they all were like, they actually all died. They couldn't save any of the fish in this tank. It happened about 6 a.m. in Berlin. Sounded like it was like some business building that had multiple businesses in it, like a big tower or whatever. And it is the biggest cylindrical tank in the world. And
it used to be.
Well, it used to be before it exploded. Yeah. They have no idea what happened to cause this.
Because of the water pressure, I'm sure, over time. We don't know enough about that.
They think that the temperatures dropped there to like the teens, and they think somehow it maybe froze the acrylic that was in it, and the acrylic cracked and then exploded after that because of the water pressure that was intake in it.
How badass would it have been to witness that?
Dude, I know. Wouldn't that be crazy? They said luckily only 2 people were slightly injured. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess they got some cuts or something.
Well, I'm assuming it was probably like security. They hear something in the building. They're like, what the fuck's happening?
Right. So it exploded, and they ended up having to evacuate 300 guests and employees. So I guess it might have been like a hotel or something. I can't remember what exactly it said. But yeah, it had 1,500 fish, and unfortunately they couldn't save any of them, which is really sad.
That is sad.
But 264,000 gallons of water.
Well, and I would have figured that there was more than 1,500 fish.
You would think,
like, yeah. I'm glad it was that number, because I would assume that there would be like 5,000 fish.
Yeah, you would think.
I mean, I don't know what the ratio is here. Like, I'm not Deuce Bigelow. I don't know anything about tanks or outside of the crazy tank show that's fucking Boss.
Right.
But I don't know anything else about fish and about tanks, but I would have assumed it would have been more than 1,500.
They did say they had a lot of fish, like the clownfish, like in Finding Nemo. They had some of those in it. And the ones that like Dory is, the blue, I forget what they're called.
So did Dory, but boom. That was a little hidden dad joke for you for this episode.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's wild, dude. Yeah, that would have been crazy.
I thought that would be crazy. I would love to see a video of this happening.
I know. You know that there's a security
there has
somewhere.
To be one. We
got to find that and post that on our fucking Facebook.
There wasn't any linked in the link, but
I'm sure by now somebody's posted it.
Yeah, there has to be one somewhere. I need to look it up. Maybe we can find it.
Maybe, or maybe not.
What if it was some crazy employee like saying like "fuck this place" and they were like smacking a chair on it and then it just like exploded?
Well, I imagine if the weather was cooler and the acrylic did have something to do with that, it wouldn't take much. Maybe they just got a fucking ball peen hammer
and just hit
it one time, and then it was like a fucking domino effect, bro. Like.
Then I feel like somebody would have died, because if you were doing that, you would have definitely died. 264,000 gallons of water coming at you.
Not if you like hit it. It's going to take forever for the crack to move across.
See, that's what they do in movies, though. But realistically, I feel like it would be a split second.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
We need to try it.
We need to.
We'll do our own little Mythbusters.
Let's get a 264,000 gallon tank.
Anybody want to donate money for that size tank? We'll fucking try it right here.
Yeah, hell yeah. And we'll record it.
Yeah, we will actually have video footage.
Yeah.
And one of us will probably die. So you'll get to see a human being die. We'll save that for next Christmas. Very interesting, sir. Yeah. That's
I liked that news story because it had a lot of information available to it.
Yeah,
like there wasn't
other than video. I want to see video.
Yeah, exactly. Besides the video, but it had the gallon of water. It had how many fish they believed to be in it. They had the 300 guests and employees were evacuated. Like they had all that information, which I thought was nice. Compared to my last article, where it had
not a whole lot
no
of detail.
Information
it gave
at
you
all.
The gist of it.
Yeah, and I did look more into that, and there still has not been any updates for that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you were able to confirm that. All right, cool, man. That's pretty tight, dude.
Yeah.
Like my mind is
trying to
going
picture
crazy
this
because I'm trying to picture it exactly. I still feel like there should have been more fish, but
I agree.
I don't know why I'm hung on that.
Maybe
but
there were some bigger fish
I was
in
going
it.
to say maybe.
Like I hope they didn't have any
yeah.
sharks in it that died. That'd be sad.
I feel like a shark or two could afford to die.
See, I disagree. Sharks are very precious creatures.
We can agree to disagree on that, you
Dude,
shark-loving motherfucker.
The fucking Chinese kill sharks daily, and it's sad. They cut off their fins for this stupid-ass shark fin soup, and they throw the shark back in the water without its fins. They don't even kill them. It's sad. It makes me want to cry.
We have a social justice warrior here.
Let's fucking go take over the Chinese are just terrible people.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It
well,
was just a matter.
The country of China is terrible.
I think people in China can hear this podcast.
Maybe the people.
If you
are not
listen to
bad.
this podcast and you don't kill sharks, you're cool. Everyone else fucking blows.
Yeah, if you kill sharks, you're a terrible person.
Okay, that's a more better blanket statement.
Yeah,
If you don't kill sharks,
Yeah,
we don't like
like
you.
I get it's an accident.
Let's not just say like
sometimes.
China fucking sucks.
No, China.
I feel like
sucks.
China could definitely fucking come and kill us.
They
Right
definitely
now if
could,
wanted
but
to.
fuck China.
Oh Jesus! Fucking Samsung or Nokia is going to come and kill us now.
I'm
because
not
you
saying
said
fuck
that.
the people of China, just fuck the government of China.
Even better. Yeah. Fuck China government.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
I've met a lot of
they're
Chinese
not going to
people.
come
They're
kill
very
us.
nice.
So, wow. Okay. So my news article this week is definitely not as bleak as yours, even though yours was cool.
Yeah.
It ended with 1,500 fish dying.
Yeah.
Again, Captain Christmas over there in Grant. So mine's a little bit more lighthearted, but it's also a challenge.
Oh, okay.
Like so there's a couple things I did here. I spent countless hours looking for an article.
Really?
And I think I found one that not only represents this podcast, but it's something that we could potentially do next year
Oh.
as we grow
Okay.
as a podcast. So this is from November 12th of this year.
Okay.
They're in Wyoming. So we're going to start there. We're going to start in the state of Wyoming.
Okay.
They broke the Guinness Book of World Record for longest beard chain.
Really?
So get this. So participants of this beard chain gathered at a bar in Casper, Wyoming, and they stood side by side and they clipped their beards together to create a chain that was measured. And get this. This is the part, just like the tank thing fucked me up with your story.
Yeah.
150 feet long.
Oh my God.
I feel like we could beat that.
We should.
150 feet. I mean, that's a decent size.
That's a lot of beard.
But like when you look at the pictures on the article, like the people, I think that you had to have at least an 8-inch beard to participate.
Well, I couldn't participate then because I
Well,
don't
you
know.
haven't grown it out yet. I think you'll get there by the end of next year.
Yeah, hopefully.
We just need to do some different things with it. We can
need-
incorporate this journey next year.
I need to
through the
get people to
podcast.
send me some more products for my beard.
Yeah,
I need like a
like
grip-
it wants to grow. I
Yeah.
can tell your beard wants to grow.
I
It's
need-
just growing up instead of out.
Yeah.
Which is how mine was for like 10 years. But the previous world record was 62 feet, which seems
That seems.
very beatable.
Yeah, I agree.
So to participate in this, people needed to sport a beard at least 8 inches long. And I don't know if that was a metric set by Guinness or by like the people who put it on.
Okay.
So I feel like if we have the ability to just say anybody with a beard can come, it doesn't matter how long it is,
Right.
we could easily beat 150 feet.
Oh, easily.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think moving forward to next year, that should be a record that is pretty obtainable.
Yeah, I would agree.
We could be in the fucking Guinness Book of World Records.
That'd be pretty sick.
So, Wyoming in November of this year, longest beard chain, 150 feet.
Okay.
I think in 2023, Beards and Beers breaks that record. I don't give a shit how long your beard is, as long as we can put a clip in it,
Right.
right?
Right.
We can get enough people to break 150 feet.
So they just added everybody's beard length up?
Well, here, I'll show you the picture of,
Okay.
of what they did.
So they split it. Oh, they literally tied the ends together.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
And I don't think you need an 8-inch beard to do that.
I don't know. You probably need a pretty long one, or else you'd be really awkwardly.
I would say 5 or 6 inches could probably do it.
Yeah, maybe. Man, that's interesting. I feel like we could do it.
I think we could. Even if we ourselves couldn't participate, being in Beards and Beers, I feel like we should make that happen.
Yeah.
I think that the listeners, people that our listeners know, we should all get together in 2023 and plan on beating this world record.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway.
Maybe we can plan this.
Maybe.
I know-
All right. So as we mentioned at the start of the pod, next week, Christmas, we're not going to be here.
Right.
The following week, we will be back, but it will be 2023 when
Yeah.
this episode drops.
Hell yeah.
With that being said, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Well, I thought about working out a little bit more. I think I'd like to get a little bit in shape. I was for a long time in my life, and then working out just seems so pointless. But now I feel like I should try and get back into shape. But we'll see. We'll see.
I think that's a very common New Year's resolution. I would agree with you this year.
Yeah.
I think the wife and I are going to try to drink more water.
Yeah, I definitely think that's where I need to start.
I think that's probably easiest for men in general,
Right.
because men predominantly lose more weight than women.
Yeah.
At least in the beginning.
I agree.
And I think just changing and tweaking your consumption of liquids.
Right.
I'm not going to give up beer.
No, definitely not.
But I definitely could afford to put back the Coke and grab another glass of
If
water
I could drink
instead.
water all week and then we just drink beer for our show, I could probably do that.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I can
think
do that.
maybe that's my New Year's resolution.
I'll join you on that New Year's resolution.
Maybe just drink water until we get to our episode recording.
And then we drink all day.
Yeah,
And then during the Super Bowl, we drink all day. as
exactly. Yeah.
well. So, yeah, I like that. I'm with you on that.
Well, if there's a special occasion and we drink beer, that's
If
okay.
it's summer, we drink. You
if-
got to drink
yeah.
during the summer.
Exactly. If it's
So maybe we just drink the same, but we drink more water when
we
we
drink
would
more
normally
water.
drink
Yeah.
pop.
When we're drinking a pop or a juice, we're drinking water instead.
We still drink the same amount of beer, though.
Right. Exactly.
I'm with you on that. No, I agree with you. I like that. So, so that's going to be our New Year's resolutions. We're just going to drink more water. I think that's probably the better umbrella statement. Let's not say let's try to get healthier. Let's not say we're going to try to
Right.
lose weight.
Right.
Let's just try to incorporate more water.
Well, if we drink
in our
more,
diet.
if we drink more water, we probably will lose weight.
It should be, but I don't want to stigmatize
No.
us into like, okay, we drink
Yeah.
more, so we're going to lose weight. So our resolution is we're going to lose more weight. That shouldn't be the resolution. The resolution should be we're going to drink more water, and then we'll revisit that resolution next year.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is about having this podcast, we can keep ourselves to it.
Exactly, we're
'Cause-
accountable.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
Now we can have updates, and our fans can
Yeah, we
reach
can
out.
do exactly. We can do little Facebook updates,
Yeah.
like check-ins, weigh-ins, or something like that. So definitely look forward to that 2023. So yeah, as we've said now a couple different times, we're not going to have a new episode next week.
Right.
During Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, we didn't have an episode because of obligations with the holiday, but we
Right.
didn't let our listeners know that we wouldn't be. So we made it a point to say on that first episode back just a couple weeks ago that we would let people know when to expect a week where we didn't drop a new episode.
Right.
So next week there will not be a new episode
Yeah.
of this podcast just because, the holidays, Saturday and Sunday,
And
we each have a lot of places to go, things to do.
And honestly, technically, let's start season 2 then. We'll just start it yearly. So the season 1 is a short
This is the
season.
finale of
Yeah.
season 1 of
Yeah.
Beards and Beers. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
But I did want to put it out there that for $2.95 a minute, if next week rolls around, it's Christmas, you're in your feels, you're feeling lonely for some Beards and Beers. For $2.95 a minute, you can actually call Grant. I will give you his personal cell phone number, and he will talk to you.
Yeah.
He'll, if you're just missing his voice, he will. He'll give you a little message. He'll build you up if that's what you need. If you want to hear him moan so that you can get off, he'll do that too. We're equal opportunists here, no homo. And then we'll be back on January 1st of 2023 for the first episode of season 2.
Oh, yeah.
So with that being said, Grant, what do you think the future is going to be for Beards and Beers in 2023?
Well, first things first is I hope I can get the soundboard actually incorporated more because I'm really bad at that right now.
Yeah, we have all these cool things and we never use them. But you know what? I see it as it's okay.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. We're having such good conversation that we feel like we don't need it.
Yeah,
so
that's
true.
true.
A good problem to have.
There's times where I feel like it would be fun to add in a little bit, but
sure.
Maybe we try and get that more added. And I'm just excited for the future of where this could lead us, and maybe there's some big things ahead, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely more than just a hobby for Grant and I. I mean, this is something that we really want to see to it. I mean, we're going to be brewing our own beer.
Hell yeah.
We definitely want this to be a lifestyle brand, something that everybody's familiar with.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to us that you give us feedback, you leave us reviews, shoot us a message, and let us know what you're thinking and what you're feeling. But yeah, I would agree. I think that in 2023, I think good things are afoot. I think that we're finding our place in the podcast area. I think we're getting better as time goes on, I hope.
And we just need more people to share with their friends to say, hey, this is a podcast I listen to.
Yeah.
I think you guys will enjoy it. And
absolutely.
I think everybody will, to be honest.
You should, because, I mean, here's the thing. We're not talking about news stories all the time. We're not talking about important events.
Right.
This is something you can turn on when you're at work.
Yeah.
And just listen to what you want to listen to and not listen when you don't want to listen.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're not going to miss anything detrimental.
Right.
We're just here for a good time to let you guys know some good beers. And, we just really want to entertain you.
Even if you're just wanting to hang out and have a couple beers and maybe you're by yourself that day and you're like, man, I really wish I had somebody to have a beer with. Turn on our podcast, man. And
our podcast. Our podcast. We got little Boston Grant over there, our podcast.
Then maybe just turn on our podcast and enjoy a beer with us while you listen.
Because we're drinking beer the entire time we're doing this.
Hell yeah! So we'll have a beer with you.
Have a beer with us and let's bullshit. Let's talk about some shit that we think about or that you don't think about, but you're like, oh shit! I'm glad they said that. So with that, that's been the conclusion of this holiday episode of Beards and Beers. Please make sure that you check us out on social media. We are everywhere. We're on Facebook. Yeah. We try to stay active on Facebook. Grant spent a lot of time on our Patreon, setting up different tiers for subscribership there. We have lots of cool goodies that we can give you if you just give us a little bit of money and a little bit of time. Even if you can't donate to the Patreon and subscribe, even though we will, after today, have 3 bonus episodes, mini episodes on the Patreon. So you can definitely hear more of us on there. And, that's fine. We get it. Times are tough. You need your money for your family, but interact with us. Get on social media. Follow us on Facebook. Like some of our stuff. Comment with us. We would love to engage with you. We would love to message you. And
even if you can only give us $1, I will find a way to get you our extra episodes just because I'm feeling generous. It's this time of year.
Absolutely.
If you can give $1, I would even say 50 cents.
50 cents. That's pretty pitiful.
It is pretty pitiful.
We're like hookers in Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, give us 50 cents, we'll give you something.
We'll give you access to something.
Yeah, we'll do something for you. We're just everyday guys. We work 9 to 5 jobs. This is not our full gig.
Exactly.
We take the time out of our weekends to record this, and Grant does all of our editing. He does a fantastic job.
Well, thank you.
Especially with what we have right now because we have no money coming in for it. So please be sure that you're sharing it, liking it, leaving reviews, interacting with us. We love you guys. We want to put out something that is good to you.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
So that's it for this week. We'll see you back here on January 1 of 2023.
Oh.
I hope that everyone has a very Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, have a good holiday season coming up. I definitely don't want to be exclusive to those folks who may not celebrate Christmas. So please enjoy whatever it is that you're doing with your family. If you don't have any family, we'll be your family.
Yeah, we'll be your family.
Shoot us a message.
Yeah,
we'll come by your house. We'll bring White Castle.
Well, depending on where you live. Maybe we'll FaceTime
if you're in the fucking Philippines or somewhere, we'll make something happen.
Yeah, we'll make something
If
happen.
you're in Belgium, we're fucking pissed. You haven't came forward and said you're from Belgium.
Yeah.
We've begged you for weeks.
So,
You still haven't. I'm
so you're
very
kind
hurt.
of dead to us.
Yeah, please.
No, I'm
no,
just
we
kidding.
love you.
No, yeah,
you account
keep
for
listening,
like
yeah.
12% of our viewers, or listeners, rather. So, Grant, it's been another great episode, buddy. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you too, man.
All right, guys.
And a Merry Christmas and a
Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year.
Happy-